I was at work the other day when I was called to a first aid incident. I'd never been called to a first aid incident before. It was my first one. Generally, I forget I'm a first aider. Generally, I forget most of my first aid. The incident was in the chemistry lab. As I was heading towards it, I was imagining all sorts of terrible things. I mean, it could be a bad cut, a bad burn. Think of all those Bunsen burners. It could be some sort of chemically type thing. I don't know. But when I got there, I found it was none of those. Instead, there was a girl sat on a chair in the corridor having a panic attack. They never told us how to deal with panic attacks in first aid. So I slapped the girl round the face and said, "Pull yourself together, love." No, I didn't really, because obviously that's the wrong thing to do. So I had a minor panic attack myself while I thought about what the right thing to do was. So I decided to do what I do if I'm feeling a little stressed and anxious. And I said to the girl, "Put your feet flat on the ground and feel the ground below the soles of your feet." It's very grounding, the ground, isn't it? And then breathe in and breathe out. And then move your awareness to your ankles and feel any tension in your ankles. And just let it go. And so gradually, we did a body scan. And very quickly, surprisingly quickly, she calmed down and was able to head back in to do her chemistry A-level practical. You can see why she was having a panic attack, really, can't you? This wasn't her first panic attack. I don't know whether it will be her last. Mind UK say the incidences of depression and anxiety are increasing. But there is hope on the horizon. Hello, hope. So, the latest research suggests that depression is caused by inflammation of the brain. Now, if this is correct, that means two things. One, our health service, which is currently strictly split mental and physical health, need to actually start doing some joined up thinking. But secondly, and I think more importantly for us, it means we can do something about it. When I was younger, I ate terribly. Well, in reality, I probably ate averagely. But by the time I was in my late 20s, I had thyroid problems, endometriosis, polycystic ovaries. Now, polycystic ovaries sounds terribly hormonal. In reality, it's a blood sugar balance, and it suggests that you're heading towards being diabetic. Diabetes UK say that will knock 10 years off your life. Obviously, I wanted none of that, but all of them can be improved by what you eat. And so I changed what I ate. In reality, it was nothing that amazing, trying to eat proper traditional food. But the results were life-changing, and it felt like magic. My skin improved, my mind was clearer, my mental health got better. It was amazing. It made me realise that our bodies are basically one big chemistry lab. And if we don't give it what it needs to work, it won't work. That was 20 years ago, and I'm even more convinced now about the benefits of food on our moods. And I'm going to give you 3 suggestions of what we should try and do. Firstly, reduce sugar. In one survey of 50,000 people, the single biggest influencing factor on their health, the single biggest influencing factor, was how much sugar they ate. It's not easy trying to reduce sugar. The more we eat, the more we want. This was fine when we were hunter-gatherers and it was difficult to get sugar, but now it's all too easy. Secondly, think of your bacteria. People with a diverse range of gut bacteria are less likely to be depressed, have a better immunity, and are less likely to be overweight. So how can we increase the diversity of our bacteria? We can do that by increasing the diversity of the foods that we eat. And the latest recommendations are that we should eat between 30 to 40 different plant foods every week. Most people I know can't even list 30 to 40 plant foods. But plant foods covers a wide range of things. So it's not just fruit and vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, lentils, mushrooms. They're all plant foods. So be adventurous. Challenge yourself to try something new every day. When was the last time you ate a kumquat? I don't know. But you might find something that you really like. Thirdly, fibre. On average, we eat 20 grams of fibre a day. The recommendations are we should eat 30 grams of fibre a day. Hunter-gatherers, and there are still a few hunter-gatherers left, actually eat between 100 and 150 grams of fibre. So we can see most of us have got a way to go. But why, I hear you cry, why? Why do I need to eat more fibre? Some of our good bacteria eat fibre. Now, I don't know whether you thought about what they eat if you don't eat fibre. I think I assumed they might just sort of die, and they probably do eventually. But until then, if they don't get enough fibre to eat, they eat your mucus lining. I'd not even thought of my mucus lining until I'd read this. But we are, in reality, one big, long, hollow tube, with a few wiggly bits in the middle. And so our mucus lining is our first line of defence against any invading foe. So ensuring that this is nice and healthy should also make sure that we're nice and healthy. So I hope that's given you some food for thought. And I also hope, if you've got anything out of this talk at all, is to make you realise that eating well, eating healthily, isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding health, adding happiness, adding joy to those years today.